Hey everyone, Albert McDowell here with another YouTube video, and today I want to discuss role modeling. I was going to try to do a video about stances in my garage, but it didn't really work out too well because of the weather, because of my Jeep. So I'll try to have that one down throughout the week. Today I want to discuss about role modeling. And throughout history and throughout fiction and pulp culture and reality, we have seen all kinds of different role models, from George Washington to William Wallace to Annie Oakley to Joan of Arc to maybe even Julius Caesar to Cleopatra. We have seen all kinds of different role models and what inspired us to try to even become our own role model, our own hero. And so, therefore, when you look at it, what have you done that make you look more or feel more like a hero? Have you actually done some good? And it's one thing that I learned from a young lady who did a young YouTuber lady who did a reaction to the movie Robot, starring the voices of Ron Williams and Elijah. I think it was Ewan McGregor. That when a certain character met their own hero, they found out that they were a fraud or they had their own problems. And heroes do have their own problems. And she once said that don't follow your heroes, kids. She might be right, because the thing is that sometimes when you follow your heroes, they got problems and they're not as perfect as we perceive them. And that's the bad thing about Hollywood, is that nowadays we see them as our heroes, but they're starting to look to where, okay, now they're just stuck up, whiny, hypocritical frauds. Sometimes that's how things change. It changes just like that. But the thing is that a lot of actors and celebrities, they look at their own heroes and became just like them. Chris Farley, great physical comedic actor, idolized John Belushi, great comedic physical actor. Both died at the same age of 33 by both alcohol and drugs as well. So therefore, don't always follow your hero to the very exact core. Try to become your own hero with your own values, with your own morals, and see what works out for you. And then you can become a positive influence and a positive role model for your community or for your state or for your country. Do it on your own terms and not just be a carbon copy of your own idol. And two of the best idols and role models of the 20th history is Christopher Reeve, who was basically the living embodiment of Superman. Even to this very day, even after his death, he had helped so many people out of the handicapped people. And the thing is, he was the epitome of Superman, even in a wheelchair. So the thing is, that takes great courage and hope for anyone around the world who are actually paralyzed from the neck down. I mean, Christopher Reeve, if you're up there, you've done a great job. And John Wayne was like the American man from through and through. If you ever get the chance, go and find the John Wayne Code. It got all kinds of different pictures, different quotes of John Wayne, from when he's on set to when he's actually talking about family. Here's a quote about honesty from John Wayne. Quote, I have always followed my father's advice. He told me first to keep my word, and second to never insult anybody unintentionally. End quote. So therefore, if you can try to be as honest as possible and try not to insult anyone, which is kind of hard on social media these days, but then you become just as a great man as he was. And that takes lots and lots of courage, I'm telling you. And here's one about patriotism. Quote, just give the American people a chance, not a chance, a cause, excuse me. Just give the American people a good cause, and there's nothing they can't lick. End quote. Excuse me for that fumble right there. But he also had great in patriotism as well. He volunteered for all the people who were in the Vietnam War, even butt heads that before then President Ronald Reagan. So therefore, even the most powerful people respected him because he was a man through and through. So if you ever get the chance, go find a John Wayne code at any store. I found this at Myers. And that code is what makes a person a hero and makes them a great role model. And the thing is, me, I got my own hero. John Wayne was my hero. John McClane from the Die Hard was my hero. The Irishman going against the terrorists. Harry Potter, just a teenage boy or even a young boy going against a very dark and sinister man who really just dislikes anyone who are not purebred wizards and witches. You can't get any more badasser than that as an average boy who's just learning how to become a wizard going against a very dark sorcerer. A very dark sorcerer. It's kind of like the David and Goliath story. You have a 10-year-old boy going against a grown man who's like 3 times his size and only hits him with a rock. A slingshot rock. I mean, the thing is, you can't get any badass than that. I mean, that took a lot of courage to go against a big guy like that. And also for the ladies, don't worry, ladies, I didn't cut you out yet. There have been all kinds of different women role model. One of which is Joan of Arc, way before Grim Thunberg. Joan of Arc was a teenage girl who was the first one who got the message from God. Got the message from God before the Bruce Brothers did. Real life teenage girl, and led a French rebellion with so many men behind her, and almost tear down I think it was the British Empire. British Empire to get torn down by almost a teenage girl. Then they get teared down by William Wallace. Then they get teared down by George Washington. There's something about the British Empire that they really don't know. They really don't like people, thinking from themselves. They basically branded her as a witch and they burned her at the stake. But at least that teenage girl had the balls to even go up against a overwhelming force. It's all about, ladies, and how much you put your mind into to try to do what is right. Even Annie Oakley. Annie Oakley was basically a trick shot with a rifle that did at Buffalo Bill's Wild West tours or circus. And the thing is that she was admired and respected by Buffalo Bill. Even they didn't always actually plan out that way. And also Amelia Earhart was very gun-ho and wanted to try to fly the plane across the ocean. She might have disappeared, but at least she was inspired to try to do so. So the thing is, you have all these different kinds of role models that they even did something positive, even was against the status quo. The thing is, it's all about trying how to become a great role model and become a hero to inspire people. And the thing is that we whatever it's historic fact, fiction, reality, or pop culture, we find all kinds of different heroes. And that is what inspires us to try to be better. Excuse the phone. Yeah, please excuse the phone. But anyways, we tried really hard to try to find different heroes to live by and role models to try to keep the positive moments into us. And that was what I'm planning on doing with this dojo. So from here on in, I'm going to try to see if I can get the videos going to where I'm demonstrating the techniques, and also try to show how much of a role model I can be for my community as well. So for that saying, good night. This is Al McDowell signing off.